Simon, firstly, congratulations on qualifying for the playoff. How do you feel? I mean, how you lost tonight? I mean, what do you take from tonight that gives you confidence and momentum going into, I think it's Friday against United?
Probably our health, most of all. We wanted to make sure that the minutes were shared tonight. I mean, we played to win, don't get me wrong, and credit to Brisbane on their performance tonight. But we also had to make sure that we got everybody a few minutes and share the core time around, because if we won the game and we're heading to Perth with next to no preparation and tired bodies, it was going to be extremely difficult. So priority for us tonight was to get through unscathed, to make sure that we didn't get anyone over 30 minutes, which I think I failed. I think Creaky got 47 seconds too much. But yeah, just to make sure that everyone got a few touches, got a little rhythm, and move from there.
And just on the achievement of making the finals in your second year, I mean, so many expansion teams struggle the first 2 years. Do you speak to the achievement overall of the club to make the top four in the second season?
It's probably something I'll reflect upon at another time and be proud and happy of. I'm tremendously proud of the players. It's been an extraordinarily difficult season for everybody, but we've had a couple of extra hurdles to climb as well, on top of what everyone else has gone through, and to come out and be in a position to play off for a championship is extraordinarily exciting. But right now it's not really excitement about playing finals. It's probably more about just can't wait to get the preparation ready and get my head into some video and start prepping for Melbourne and meet them on the floor.
What gives you confidence you can take on and beat United in this semi-final series?
They're obviously the number one team in the league this year. Their depth is extraordinarily good, but we've beaten them twice. We haven't seen each other with full squads a lot, so there's still an element of mystery as to how we match up, how they match up to us. It's not like I think Creaky was missing from the game before last, and before that I think it was Glizzo and Rowdy were missing in the game, and it's like, so they haven't seen us outside of maybe the last game with a full squad, and obviously we got the win that time. So, but they were missing Uday Baba. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, varying styles, and it's going to be a great challenge. But we're certainly looking forward to it.
Tonight, Stray's last game at the Bullets, like you played under him for 4 of those years. What were your thoughts on him winding up here at the Bullets, and what sort of coach he was for you?
Yeah, he was a good coach. I played my development year under him. But yeah, just want to wish him all the best in Japan and what lies ahead in the future.
Simon, what's the health check on the rest of the team is coming up for the semis? Like, who do you expect? Can you get anyone back? Who do you expect? Or is this the squad you're going to have to run with?
It's probably the squad we have to run with. Obviously, Cam Glidden's back in Melbourne. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% cross where he's at with getting back into New South Wales. It's been a couple of days since I spoke to him, but there's no expectation on Cam there. If he's able to make it, then he makes it. If he's still got to deal with his his newborn child, deal with it, that's the wrong word, but if he needs to be with his wife and child right now, then that's fine too. So yeah, this is our group for the most part until we hear something else.
Yeah, Simon, offensive rebounding, I'm sure that's something that's very high on your mind right now, and you can't afford to give Melbourne that many.
Yeah, different beast though. Like you got your 3 7-footers. They were very physical, very allowed to sort of occupy the keyway and stay close to the rim, and did a good job of it. And we're not a big team, and so every time we play Brisbane, it's a styles make fights kind of night. If we can get the ascendancy and get it up and down the floor and open up space on the floor, then we tend to score free and easy. When it comes to them, if they can get that ball on the rim and it's they can dominate with their size, and that it's their night. The biggest issue for us, probably even more so than the offensive rebounds, we had plenty of our own, is just getting them off the free throw line. It was just ridiculous tonight, the amount of free throws we provided them. I think 34 times they got to the free throw line, and that's not going to cut it in playoff basketball.
Good signs for Ryan Brokoff as well. Hopefully he's now starting to feel it heading into the finals.
He's had some rotten luck, hasn't he? Like, he's just really never had a chance to sort of build on any momentum. Obviously, the 12 months out of the game, so we brought him along slow, and he's just starting to show a little form. He gets the groin injury. We build him up slow, bring him back slow, and then he gets his first game, he gets his eye socket broken, and then we've had to start all over again and sort of make it the slow game. But there's some promising signs there from behind the arc tonight. He's not showing his peak form from behind the arc, but he's always a threat, and you have to respect him. But it was nice to actually see the ball drop through the hoop for him tonight. He makes us so much better even when he's not shooting the ball well. It's just his IQ out there. He's a great rebounder. He's a great team defender. He gets his spot in the right spots, and he spreads that floor for us. So, if he's making shots on top of that, then he's lethal.
And thoughts on now playing this series in Sydney? Are you indifferent to it? Are you happy with it, or are you unhappy with it? What are your thoughts?
Mixed feelings. I mean, we've just come off a pretty crazy travel leg, courtesy of COVID. Obviously, being kicked out of Melbourne was one thing with 3 hours' notice, but then being moved up to Cairns and then off to New Zealand, then back to Brisbane, and it's been like some hard yards for us in the last week. And all the teams go through that, but when you cop it in the last week of the season, and then you're expected to fly to Perth and play a game within 48 hours, that was a pretty daunting task ahead of us. But now we get the extra day's rest. We're against an opponent that's very, very good, but it's only an hour's flight away, and we're not going to be crisscrossing the country after every game. So, we've got to look at the positives for this. We're a team right now above everything that probably needs to get itself some rest. We look pretty tired out there tonight, which probably parlayed into some of those fouls. And some of those turnovers tonight were pretty poor as well. And there's just some guys who are looking like they was lacking half a step as well. So I think getting our bodies right is probably the most important thing. And being in New South Wales, that probably gives us the best opportunity to do that.
And Reuben, just finally from me, you joined the Phoenix with the hope of building something special as a brand new club. Now, 2 seasons in to be preparing for a playoff series. You must be pretty proud of what the club and what you've been able to be part of.
Yeah, super excited for what the boys have done. But yeah, the journey lies ahead of us, and we're all excited to take on this beast.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Just lastly, I believe the team was showing a video tonight of all your families sending messages from home. Can you just tell us about how it feels to be representing, your loved ones and the heartland in general in a final series?
Yeah, I mean, it can be a lonely place to road for a lot of people, and you're away from your loved ones. We've had a couple of tough losses, and it's always nice to go home and have a chat with your important other people in your life, and we've missed that, and we'll miss it hopefully for another couple of weeks. Gladly miss it for a couple of weeks if we can get it to make that long, but it's tremendous to. Sorry, I'll backtrack a little bit there. So that's something that we have to deal with, and other teams have had to deal with that. But the other side of that as well is that we miss our Phoenix family, not just our immediate family. We've not seen our fans for a long time, and we miss them. Our front office folk, our volunteers, our training players, all our guys who are back in Melbourne, being Simon Wigg, our physio, Dane Pinot, who we love having around the group, who we miss enormously, and obviously talked about Cam Glidden before. So it's these are people that we love having around us, and we miss them. And to see messages from those guys, to have a few of them on the phone with us while we were watching those videos was really important for us. Gave us a little bit of a lift. Like, I was bumming after the game. Like, straight after the game, I was straight out bumming. And then to see everyone's smiles come on their faces as they watch their family on the video was pretty cool. Especially with our American guys, to see their families send messages from across the world. It was quite touching.